Hey everyone, Easy Camper here. I'd like to share with you a product that I've been using for the past couple of months. You may have seen it in a couple of my videos. It's an intruder alarm that will alert you if any person or animal or vehicle, etc., passes through its detection zone. If you do any solo camping, such as backpacking or RVing or car camping like me, and then I think that this is a must-have item for your personal safety. As you can see, they're fairly small, about the size of a thick cell phone. They weigh a little less than a cell phone. My Samsung A13 is just a little bit heavier than one of these. They're rechargeable and they'll hold a charge for about 2 months. I left mine on for a week and it still had the power at the end of the week, full power. So it's not something you have to charge all the time. They are weatherproof. So I've had mine in the rain, I've had it in freezing cold temperatures, I've had it in snow, and they have not been negatively affected at all. They continue to work just fine. One thing I really like is it's a very user-friendly system. All you have to do is, when you get it, charge it up, then you press and hold the power button. I'm going to do this without setting off the alarm. You see the blue light comes on there, so my detector is on. Then I would do the same thing with my receiver. I'm going to turn this off first so that I don't have to hear that alarm. I'm going to press and hold the power button. Power is off. Once the power is on, you simply press the pair button on both devices and they will automatically set up and be paired. After that, every time you turn it on, they automatically pair. You don't have to pair them every time you turn it on, just the first time, and it's very simple to do. It comes out of the box with a fairly large detection zone, about 45 feet out by 30 foot wide. If for some reason you don't want that large of a footprint in your detection area, you can manually turn that down. It's easy to set that to a custom size, whatever you want. They also have a fairly long range, so you can set your sensor up to 500 yards away from your detector and still get reception between the two. Also, there's no network connection required, so if you're deep in the wilderness where there's no cell phone reception or anything like that, it still works just fine. It doesn't require connection to your cell phone or anything like that. It's an entirely independent system. One thing that I really like about it is that the signal passes through solid objects, so that you can set your detector far off and your receiver will still receive the signal through your tent wall, through your RV wall, through the side panel of your car or whatever, through the trees. It still detects through solids. So what I do is I go ahead and I set up my detectors around strategically my campsite so that anything that comes wandering in will alarm my receiver and I will be notified of their presence. If that's in the middle of the night, it'll wake me up. If it's in the middle of the day and I'm just kicking back, maybe sleeping in my chair, or maybe I'm cooking or something, I got my back turned, this is like my electric eye, my wingman, keeping an eye on my back all the time. You can see here, you can set up to 6 of these sensors, and when something passes through its area of detection, the corresponding light will tell you which area the penetration has occurred. You know, when I'm sitting around camp, this has always been a thing with me, is I have to look over my shoulder every so often to see, is there a bear coming out of the woods? Is there a mountain lion sneaking up? Is there some crazed lunatic walking up the road to me? It's so much more comfortable for me now when I'm in my campsite because I know in advance of anything coming in. Like I say, I'll set one up out on the road, and so when a vehicle comes by, I know about it. Again, if it's in the middle of the night and an intruder passes through any of those detection zones, I'm awakened, and that gives me the opportunity to take appropriate measures. Now, just recently, I seen a very tragic story about a couple who were canoeing in the backcountry. I think they were up in the Northwest Territories, and they were doing everything right. They would stop couple miles before they got to their camp, cook their dinner and eat their dinner there, and then continue downriver 2 or 3 miles, set up their campsite there. They would hang their food in a tree like you're supposed to. They had a .357 Magnum for protection. They were doing everything right. When they did not return home at the scheduled time, a search was initiated and they were found in their tent, in their sleeping bags, having both been killed by a grizzly bear. The .357 Magnum had not even been fired. So they just woke up in the middle of the night to being killed by a grizzly bear and had no chance to do anything. When I seen that sad story, my first thought was, if they would have had one of these alarms with a 2 or 3 sensors set up, they would have known before the grizzly bear got to their tent. They basically woke up to being killed by that grizzly bear. And I think that would have been a much more favorable outcome had they had, 30 seconds of warning where they could have got up, got their weapon, turned on their lights, been outside of their tent, and been able to defend themselves. Now, the company did send this to me at no charge, just for me to try out and see what I think. They didn't tell me what to say or pressure me in any way to give a positive review. But I am very impressed with this product, and I genuinely feel that I am much safer having it. And I know it works in all weather conditions. I even used it in nice weather once. But as a general rule, I've been using it this winter and spring in the freezing weather, the rain, the snow, you name it. They've gotten soaking wet and just keep working great. Anyhow, I think that's a wrap. I'll leave a link in the description where you can pick one up on Amazon. I'm not getting a kickback or anything. I'm just telling you, I think this is a really good product and it really works for me, gives me peace of mind, and I'm sure it enhances my security many times greater than just hoping I see whatever comes wandering in. If you found this information useful or helpful, and I'd appreciate it if you would click like on the video. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section. Even, years later, I answer all comments. And what would be really great is if you were to move your mouse down there to that lower right-hand corner, and when my FJ pops up, click that and subscribe to my channel. I'd love it if you were vicariously camping with me. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the forest.